During the height of the pandemic, we were measuring deaths by the millions. Tens of thousands of people a week were dying. Are you advocating that the vaccine not be used? I mean, this is crediting with saving lives and from making this a global pandemic to something that we only talk about, once in a while.
Yeah, I think the vaccine itself is questionable on whether it saved lives looking at the data. Does that make sense? And so the other thing is what they knew about the technology is it would rapidly cause mutations. And so in a sense, everybody got vaccinated for something and protected them. And by the time they were vaccinated, that virus wasn't the virus that was attacking them. And in a sense, that means that the vaccine continued to have to be boosted and updated. And that's not a way to actually engage with the immune system. In fact, the immune system doesn't necessarily like being poked all the time. And then sometimes if it gets poked all the time, it roars. And so the onset of new autoimmune diseases and other inflammatory syndromes are kind of just out of control. There was a recent meta-analysis that looked at autoimmune diseases in children, and in the vaccinated, and this was about 400,000 kids, in the vaccinated population of children, there was a 0.2% increase in autoimmune diseases. That doesn't sound like many people, but when you think about it, that's about 8,000 kids that have a new autoimmune disease. That doesn't seem like something that we should be doing to children, especially when they had no benefit from it.
What would you credit then in terms of getting the pandemic under control, if not the vaccine?
Well, in a sense, it's actually what we call viral evolution. In a sense, the viruses themselves, if they are deadly, that's not a benefit to them. Very few people get infected in a morgue. And so in a sense, what it does is attenuate over time to become more infectious and at the same time be less virulent. And that's just the natural history of how viruses work. And that's what we saw over time.